Today's Saturday, it's the 2nd of November, it's 2024, and I'm out a bit early. It is only just after 8 o'clock in the morning, and I don't usually come out quite this early. But I wasn't able to get out yesterday just because of the weather. We've had some torrential storms here in Mallorca, and well, that's followed on from the terrible devastation that's happened in Valencia, where the flooding has taken so many lives, and tragically, at the moment, it's over 200 people have lost their lives, but that's likely to increase as there are still hundreds who are missing or are not accounted for. But we were pretty much on lockdown yesterday, so I started to make a video in the morning, and well, that's as far as it got. I got to the first scene and that was it. Well, today's November the 1st, it's 2024, and we're on a storm alert, and we've got rumbles of thunder around us, but it's well, it's not raining here at the moment, but I can hear the thunder. It's in those dark clouds that are all up there. At the moment they all seem to be moving away, so not so worried about it. And the sun is attempting to peep through. The local authorities said that we should be staying at home and not going out if at all possible. I'm just hearing things behind me, I'm not sure what's going on. But I've come down this morning to Camp de Mar, and Camp de Mar is one of the places we visit quite regularly, and I know that it quite often has to suffer from some of the storms that we have. Well, the thing that I'm hearing actually is a bulldozer. And this is what the storm's done to the beach in Camp de Mar. Well, it's sort of divided it in two. There's a torrent here, and when we talk about torrents here, they're like rivers or streams. And this one, well, it seems to be quite gentle at the moment, it's just a gentle stream. But yesterday, the water would have been gushing down here, and it's had this devastating effect on the beach side, where it's dug out this gully, and now the workers are coming in to repair it. So 8 o'clock this morning, they're all out, and things will get done. There's still some beds on the beach and some beds off the beach, and some things have been taken up. It looks to me as though this beach is going to start closing up anyway shortly. I'm going to move on and have a look at some more beaches and see what other effects the storm from yesterday had. And amongst all of this, there's somebody out there swimming in the sea. Well, I hope they're enjoying it. Temperatures today are predicted to be around 23 degrees, so it's not going to be very cool. It's going to be quite pleasant, and here we've got these lovely blue skies. Well, I'm going to move on now to Santa Ponza, I think, is probably the next place I'm going to go to, and have a look to see what's gone on there, because there were videos shown in Santa Ponza where there was quite a lot of rain coming down and flooding again. But as I go back to the car, I just want to show you some of the other things that I've seen on my way down. So this is actually the torrent I was just talking about, and you can see it's actually all clogged up, and it really shouldn't be like this. They should have cleaned it all out, and then the water could have left more freely. Fortunately, I think there wasn't so much of devastation here, but it could have overflowed, and that could have affected these businesses. It's completely overgrown here. But as we go a little bit further back, you'll see what these torrents look like. And here we've got, well, more or less a structure. It's a concrete structure with brick walls on the side, and there's the mud and the pebbles and stuff that's been washed down, and over the years that's gradually grown up. That is supposed to be cleaned out regularly, and in this part it is looking fairly clean, but obviously what happens is that it all gets built up, and then if it comes to a blockage, some of the bigger stuff that gets down there, trees and bushes and things, they form a dam, and the pressure behind it eventually causes things to break, like bridges. And that's what's caused the devastation in Valencia, is that we've had these sudden rushes, and people have not been able to escape. The videos and the pictures that are being shown in the media Really quite devastating. So this is the road. It's actually been cut off. So at the top there is a barrier, and on this side, and there's a tree that's come down in the road here just below. So that's another effect of the rain here, is that some of the trees are so poorly rooted that a lot of rain and wind causes them to fall down. So that one is going to have to be dealt with. That's probably why the road's closed, actually. Alright, I'm going to move on now to Santa Ponza. I'm now down in Santa Ponza, and this is the torrent here. And this is a proper concreted torrent, and it is usually fairly clean, although there's a little bit of debris here. Yesterday I've seen videos, I don't know if I'll be able to find any to include, but videos of this almost going over the top of the wall on the far side there. Usually when we come, there's no water in here at all, but as you can see today, there's quite a little bit of water going down there, heading towards the sea. And this is the area where we usually see the ducks, and we take photographs of the ducks. Hopefully they found some safe haven yesterday. But, let's have a look to see what effect that's had as we get a bit closer to the beach. It's not quite the end of the season yet. I suppose this would be the final weekend, and so there are still people here on holiday, and they must have had a very interesting time yesterday. We'd planned to go out. We'd planned actually to go to the Mallorca stadium to watch the Baleares Mallorca match. So we didn't go in the end. We heeded the recommendation of the government saying stay at home, and I don't think it would have been too happy an occasion anyway. Mallorca ended up losing 1-0. So we have got some ducks down here, and you can see what's happened here at the bridge. That was very near to overflowing yesterday, and you can see the debris that's been collected just in front of the bridge, and that's what causes the problems. Pressure builds up, and then it overflows and goes down towards the sea, and in some cases where the bridges are not strong enough, it can actually take the bridge with it. So I'll just go over now towards the seaside. Still only 8:30 in the morning, so there's not many people around. So with the hour changing, it's nice and bright, it's blue skies, the temperature's quite moderate. And you can see the beds are all out over there. Parasols, some of the beds have disappeared actually from the parasols at the back. But what I'm interested in is the torrent, because here in Santa Ponza they've actually taken the torrent right to the sea. So this water now just goes directly into the sea. I did see someone yesterday recommending that you don't go swimming directly after these storms, because of what has been washed down in these rivers is now going into the sea, and it'll take a few days for that to disperse. It's because the rainwater's gone off on the farms and on the land that's up above, and any chemicals that were on that will be in the water, and they will actually go into the sea, and they will take a time to diffuse out and become harmless. Did see someone swimming in Camp de Mar. At the moment I can't see anyone swimming here in Santa Ponza. Well, I'm going to move on and have a look at another beach here in Santa Ponza and see what the effect of all the rain's been there. Yeah, there is another beach here in Santa Ponza. few weeks ago I came down to Santa Ponza to video the Moors and the Christians battle, and the first of the battles was on the smaller beach. And well, I started to watch the procession as it came round, and I was standing on that side of the road. Well, yesterday there's a video that's been up on the internet showing that this was actually, well, more or less up to my knees in water, and the water was actually gushing down these stairs down towards the beach. And well, as you can see, much of the beach has been washed away, which is not too surprising considering the amount of rain that came down here. So yeah, so the video shows this particular bit of road here, water well over the pavement there on that side. Still a little bit of water, but it's mostly gone now. And well, the beach, part of it has actually got a barrier across because the water has come in from different angles and has just taken much of the sand away. I'll go up here. I was also standing on that far side for the second part when I watched the battle. I stood over on the other side and videoed looking down onto the beach, so if you want to see a comparison you can have a look at that one. And I'll go back up here a little bit towards the back of the beach. There's a ramp that goes down, and all of the roads around here, they're all quite steep, and the actual drainage system from the roads isn't very good, so it all comes down here. But these drains, they get blocked with pine needles and all sorts of things, and so the water just floods down here. And this must have been quite a torrent yesterday, and that's what's taken much of the beach away here at the small beach in Santa Ponza. I'm going to move on now and go and find another beach, but I think before I do that, I'll just have a quick look. It's market day here in Santa Ponza. Is there any market today? Let's go and have a look. I did leave Anita at home this morning, and she's missing out on a market. She's tending her garden and see what damage was done during the storm that we had yesterday. But yeah, it's coming up to 9 o'clock in the morning and the market stalls are all setting up now. This is in Santa Ponza, near to the church, near to the medical centre and the post office. This is what Anita's missing, look. All the beautiful flowers. Hola, buenas. And the lovely fruit and vegetables. Well, it's good to see them setting up, and there's already quite a few people just milling around. So I'm going to go off to my next little area. I'm not sure where that is, probably in Magali, and we'll see what's been happening there. Well, I'm just outside Magali Beach, and it says here if you want access to the beach, you can't go down this road. And it's all been blocked off. That's because of the construction work, so it's 750 metres it says, which is the other side of Magali effectively. I'll go down here a little bit and we'll go down near to Tom Brown's. Magali's just coming to life. It's just gone 9 o'clock. As I was leaving Santa Ponza, the bells were ringing. Oh, and by the way, somebody wanted me to show the piano bar. There's the piano bar. I quite often forget to mention it. 9 o'clock in the morning, it's not open. Again, it's the perhaps the end of the season, so not much going on really. The places will be closing up now. 700 metres. I'm not going to go all 700 metres. I'm just going to go down to Tom Brown's and that area and show you what's happening. Actually, it's not Tom Brown's. Tom Brown's is further down. But just have a look at the beach construction work that's going on here. And that's bound to have been affected by the rain. At least perhaps they couldn't do very much work yesterday. Yesterday was a public holiday actually, so they wouldn't have been doing any work anyway. But this is what's going on all along the front in Magaluf, and hopefully as the weeks and months go on I'll be able to show you the progress that's been made. But there is no, at the moment, there is no promenade, just a building site. And they're putting in some infrastructure, and it's all completely fenced off. I guess they're taking a long weekend, so there's no work going on today. See if I can just get through here. Probably not supposed to do this. The bar's closed. But, just so I can go a bit closer and have a look down. There's actually construction work going in there as well. Breeze blocks out. Trees, they're going to try and keep the trees. Let's hope that's successful. And be planting more, and they're going to be putting some dunes in here. So yeah, Magali Beach doesn't seem to have been affected very much by the storm. It's been affected by everything else. So I'm going to move on, just have a look around, well, call in to see what's happening in Palma Nova. I'm now down on the Stias Beach here in Palma Nova. It's just coming up to 9:30. I've been out since 8 o'clock this morning. And that's the Santa Lucia and the Stias Beach Hotel, and the beach is looking pretty good really. Not really been affected too much by the rain at all. Some people already going into the sea. There is a boat washed up on the beach there, which is a bit of a story for this beach. A smaller one this time. And well, Ciso's is opening up, getting ready for the day. So I nearly finished my little tour this morning. I've got one more place I want to go to, which is just a little bit further along the coast. I've saved the beach in Portals now for the last one, because this is where we used to live, and every time there was a storm, part of the beach would get washed away. And it's all because the road that comes down here just gushes down here, and there was nowhere for it to go. They have put some drainage in, but it doesn't seem to cope with it. So as we get down to the bottom, we'll see how much of the beach has been eroded away. So I've got a lot of steps to go down. Might be able to manage. I've got Anita saying be careful. But it's every time a storm of the magnitude that we had the other day arrives, this is what happens. The sand just gets washed into the sea and the beach just disappears. And eventually either the people working on the beach put it back together, or well, just natural sand movement puts it back. But you can see that there's a big gully, just like we've seen on the Camp de Mar video earlier, has been washed out here, revealing some things that were hidden underneath the sand, which probably shouldn't be there. And that's just because the water's just come tumbling down there, and away it's gone. It will all get back to normal fairly soon, but I guess the beach will close down anyway, and all the beds that are here will disappear the next week or two. But it's a glorious day, the sun's shining, and I feel as though I want to go for a dip in the sea. I'll have to have a word with Anita. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.